Watson, I need Wiggins. Is he anywhere nearby?
He's right across the street. You can give him a sign from the window.
Okay. Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, as his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Fascinating.
Sailors? Easy. Just gotta look where the rum and the red lights are.
Nem csöves ez a kicsi Wiggins.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
Menjünk akkor. Ennyit utazni egy nap. Ajj. Ó, vagy lesz rá.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always. What happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
Breathtaking. Hoppá! Ott a cipő.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Ezt elviszem.
Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5.
Az lesz az.
The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals. A pen. Nothing unusual about it.
És mi volt az a butykos? Na akkor előtte gyorsan. Előugrunk, megnézzük a lábnyomot. Tedd oda! Zutty! Na.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
Exactly. Ja. És azt mondta, hogy meg kell analizálni a levelet. És mielőtt még Ákoska rosszra gondolsz, nem az. Ez a Watson bazdmeg, itt teázik.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Na várj akkor. Elvileg kék. Zöld. Színtelen. Narancssárga. Még egy narancssárga.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the
Elfüstölt.
reaction from the beginning again.
Igen, azt mondja. Na, add vissza a flaskákat. Jó, akkor kékkel kezdünk.
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used.
Okay.
Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Ja. Nem, amúgy nem. De amúgy se tudjuk, hogy mik vannak benne, csak az, hogy színesek. Még egyszer.
First condition, all 7 reagents should be
Okay.
used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Ja. Ja, jó. Oké. Jó. Zötty. Zötty. De neked se volt az erősséget szerintem.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
De mi? Miért? Várjál. Mert azt mondta, hogy a színtelent azt a narancsárga után kell belerakni. És mind a hetet fel kell használni. Hát akkor rakok egy ilyet.
No,
Az is
something
elfog.
isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning
kurva anyád.
again.
Azt mondja, még most sem az. Oké. Kék után a harmadik a narancssárga. De szerintem ezt is csináltam már. Ez biztos, hogy nem lesz jó. Elfüstöl. Most fog elfüstölni.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Ez azt. Hát tök mindegy.
My analysis table. It is useful for my...
Itt a fruitpinc is. Micsoda? Miért zárja ki egyből? Elbeszéljünk ezzel a csávóval gyorsan. A Scotland Yardra. Hogy kellett volna a sorrendet?
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
We shall see. Na lássuk. Hát nem túl sok leszedhető dolog van a profiljáról. Egy sebb hely. Just a tint. Plant remains. Gardener hands.
Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
The tools. Hát azt nem próbáltam igazából a... Meg kék-zöld, mi az? Igen, kék-zöld, kék, sárga. És ott próbáltam még egy sárgát bele. De hogyha fehéret nyomtam utána, akkor se volt jó. Vagy igen? Már vissza tudom nézni, de nem vágom. Na mindegy, ez van.
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
Valamit titkolsz, te köcsög. Megírtad levébe, hülye vagy?
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
Jó. Nem tudok már visszamenni, mert skippeltem. Igazából ott csak azért kellett az a chemical akármicsoda, mert a tintát azt kellett elővarázsolni róla, hogy látható legyen a levél. Oda kell menni, ahol ennek ez a szar tartja ezért a... Hát amit tartja, az biztos.
Locked.
Locked. Hé, te picsa, add már ide. Ez hazudik
Does
ez
the
a
name
nő.
Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Ő nem tud semmiről semmit. Hova viharzottál?
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam. Let's see what could be hidden here.
Na. Hoppáka. Itt a kis ládikó. Puty.
Let us see what is in this box.
Ja, így switcholnak, jó. Lalala.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
Hoppáka. Háttérbe ott ment a mindenféle. Mocskos dolgok. Igen, kötöttem jöttél ládácskát. Jó, ebben szolgáltam. Igen. Ja. Szóval a néni az csalta az urát a kertésszel. Ajjaj. Úristen. A kis mocskos. Oszta bácsi meg rájött. Ezért megölték ketten. Haha. Én szerintem. Van itt még valami? Meggyanúsítalak. Meg szabad.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
What are you talking about?
Miről beszélsz? Outline of the dust. Hartley's letter. Romantic.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Én bevinném.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Jó, megnézzük a Wiggins-t. Madám maga egy kertész, az úgy rányom börtön. Sok kertész lesz. Igen. Kertész hegyek. Hova legyek?
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see.
Igen. Hugh Pettins. Harpooner. Én szerintem arra van szükség. He died a week ago.
This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch.
Akkor nem a nő volt talán.
Wiggins, could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
Sometime later.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Ajaj.
Thank you, sir.
De nagy lelkű. Itt van 2 fillér. Tartsd meg az aprót. Te bocskosál. Na. Igen. Peter Carey, a non-smoker. Jó. Belongs to Patrick Cairns, it's again, jó.
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
Öltözzünk fel matróznak. Oké. Casual. Igen. Sailor outfit. Csináljunk hozzá valami más hajat. Legyen ez a sapka. Legyen ez. Nem kell szemüveg. Így olyan, mint Neil. Amit ezzel. Jó, legyen ilyen. Ja.
Now I can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
Sova kell menni? Ja. Na, melyik lesz az vajon? Ah, ez. Milyen kis fülbe valójában.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling and arm wrestling here.
You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
Nem lesz jó. El fogok fogyni. Nem adom meg magam. Töltődj. Ez a kabas. Az anyád picsa. Nem jó. Nem. Takarodj. Nem adom. Nem ez a miért? Presztopás. Igen, igen. A kurva anyádat, hogy visszaadod megint a puszi. Alá. Nem adom meg magam. Ja, hogy ez így? Nem? A kurva anyád, takarodj már. Hát ez egy buzi, bazd meg. Buzia vagy? Nem támadsz. Takarodj. Te kis bunkó. Nem, nem, menj vissza. Igen. Nem. Hát ez egy búzi, bazd meg. Nem hagyod, appa. Tessék lenyomni. Nem. Tessék megadni magadat. De nem, ez a baj, nem tudom még, nem jöttem még rá, hogy kell csinálni pontosan. Takarodj! Nem adom. Takarodj már! Te csóringe! Igen. Nem. Hát nem igaz, bazd. 7 perce menne. Létezik? Ott van! Megvan! Te paraszt!
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
No. No more. Cheap clothes. Strong hands. Yellow nails. Oszt, egy Sailor tattoo is van rajta. Sailor Moon.
I'm ready to try again.
Jöjj
Fine.
már!
If you want me to take all your money, no problem.
A picsába még egyszer rányomtam. Follow current face. Ja. Amúgy az arcát kell figyelni. Amikor erőlködik, akkor kell holdolni. Jó rájönni. Te kis buzi! Ennyi vagy. Dur! Ennyi.
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
Ez az, még pénzt is kereszt.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink. You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
A harpooner. Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Of course. It's been a dozen years since I've sailed. I've seen everything. Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger. We sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumors about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar and violent too. Swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant. and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
Great
I
Roger.
see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she had foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in the dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
And who was he?
I dunno. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. And those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course.
Of course.
Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
Plant pouch.
Here it is.
Na, jó, beraktuk neki ezért. Tobacco.
Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe. If you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
It's time to leave. Menjünk akkor a Scotland Yardra, talán. Közben megnézzük meg ezt a... Scenes of murder turns again. Belongs to him. This means he was at the scene of the murder, but does not necessarily prove that he is the murderer. Az még, hogy ott volt neki a level, vagy mi az a dohány, mi a szarja, tartója. Az nem azt jelenti, hogy ő volt a tettes. Retrieving the notebook. De ő tette börtönbe vele. Igen. Ja. Ja, ez nem, az kizárja egymást, jó. Oké, akkor menjünk, és akkor most beszélünk a... Jaj, de nagyon gyorsan átöltöztünk. Lestráddal, beszélünk a Lestráddal. Hát, ha behozza nekünk a csávókat.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
Akkor még nem. Shape of noses. Ajaj.
I'm not saying another word.
Another word.
What am I doing here? I've done...
Akkor nem ide kellett volna gyűnni. Ja, ezt nem választottam, basszus. Hát, adhat rá okot. Jó, és most más nincsen, jó? Akkor most nézzük meg a beszélgetést.
I'm not saying another word.
Akkor kap be.
Mr. Holmes?
Jó, és... Ja. Ja, igen, ezzel kapcsolatban kell még keresni egy... Igen. Akkor... Na, Bakker néz ki. Bakker Street.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Ez pedig valamit kell csinálni.
You met Patrick Cairns, the harpooner. Do you believe he's the murderer?
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive.
De akkor ezek szerint mégiscsak ott jó helyen jártam.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Itt van már a hulla lent, nincs? Eltüntették a hullátot.
How was the investigation?
Azt nem tudjuk, hogy ez a fiatal srác.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
I'm not.
Francba. Valamit kihagytam szerintem. Valami hiányzik. Mi hiányzik?
Leave me alone, please.
Azzal kapcsolatban valamit meg kell találni viszont. Find a use. Toilet. Az evidence roomban lenne még valami?
These are the suspect's belongings. I wonder if these are connected. Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
Missing papers. Igen. Traveling's attempt were made in order to recover the notebook that blind. Again, looking for further papers inside Black Peter's cabin.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
This suspect, így. This. Ezt a kis parasztot. Na miért akartál betörni?
Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
Kamu? bond certificate. Yeah.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve
Te vagy
the
a
bond
csalas.
certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, they belong to my family, but I could not find them there.
That's all for now. Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Could have been caught stealing the bond certificate. This might be motive. Igen, John is a victim. It is not found the property, yes. Akkor itt valami nagyon nem jó. Na jó, és akkor most mi van? Meg kéne hozni a másokat.
How is the investigation go?
Hát szép. Hogy most vagy ez a Hurtley, vagy Hurtley. Vagy ez. Rain is guilty. Én azt mondom, hogy az összes. Igen. It's a cold blood murderer. He has been found guilty murder. Igen. Can killed, but the murder was not burned. Igen. Szerintem ez. Yes. Nem szándékos volt szerintem az ölés.
Good afternoon. I must be at the wrong address. I'd like to speak with the ship's captain, a Captain Ahab. Is that you?
No, my name is Sherlock Holmes.
That detective fella? So, you wanted to see me?
That is correct. We need to talk.
About what?
About Black Peter, who was killed in his own hut with a harpoon.
You know, don't ya?
Yes,
How?
the tobacco pouch. You recognized it.
Oh, the sailor. It was you. Unbelievable. Well, fine. I confess. But if you really do know everything, you should also know that I didn't want to kill him. He made me do it.
I know. Did you know about this story with the bond certificates? Did you need money?
Yeah. I just wanted him to cough up a little silver. I'm out of work, and I thought maybe he could help me. Well, he refused outright, and he insulted me. I reminded him I knew all about that murder he committed at sea in 1883. Then he got mad when I spoke about his treasure. I barely just had time to throw the harpoon at him before he could jump at me with his knife. You know the truth. What will you do now?
I ask that you return the bond certificates. Keep some of them. You will need them in your exile. It is better that you leave the country for a few years.
And you won't say anything to the police?
I will not say anything as long as you return the money.
Well, I'll do as you ask. But what about Inspector Lestrade?
I will deal with him. Goodbye.
Annyi. Le se csukjuk, látod?
It's good that you asked me to come, Mr. Holmes. We do need to talk.
About what?
What do you mean? Our case, Mr. Holmes. You sent me a message via your little thug,
His name is Wiggins, Inspector.
telling me that the case is solved. Well, Mr. Holmes, tell me, who is our murderer and where is he?
The morgue.
Eh?
His name is, or rather was, Pablo Coventrao. He was also on the ship with Peter Carey, and he was a harpooner. I'll tell you everything, Inspector, but do calm down. Mrs. Hudson will bring us tea and orange cake.
Orange cake? You're spoiling me, Mr. Holmes. That's my favourite.
Melyikről mesélni fog.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Inspector Lestrade told me that I should thank you for clearing my name. He also said that you were waiting for me here. I came as fast as I could. I cannot thank you enough. It is all because of you that this nightmare is finally over.
I believe that this belongs to you.
My father's securities. Incredible! But how did you get them?
It would take far too long to explain.
Tell me. This is extraordinary. You are a genius.
Ennyi.
Then that may serve as an explanation. Goodbye, Mr. Nelligan, and good luck.
Goodbye, Mr. Holmes. And thank you. 1,000 times thank you.
Thank you. No. So, hold to check your... Me? Hold to check your conclusion. May spoil game experience. Ha! Geci, jó! Láttad, genya? Accepted decision.